Sup nerds, I'm Tom, I'm 28 years old, and I'm going to talk to you about a kid's game. So this is obviously the Disney edition of Color Brain. I haven't played the original. I'm assuming the big difference is that this one is Disney, but, don't really know. So how you play this extremely simple game is a card will get flipped out with a movie-specific color question. Like, let's say here, what's the color of Aladdin's fez, the little hat? Or Ursula's eyeshadow? Or Joy's hair from Inside Out? It also says the number of colors that they want you to give, which these all just happen to be just one color. But there's also, what is this, from Big Hero 6, the 3 colors in Go-Go Tomago's superhero suit. That's 3 colors. I haven't seen Big Hero 6, so I would get that one wrong. But everyone has a hand of, I think, 11 cards with the whole rainbow, including gray and black and white and brown. No indigo, though. When I was a kid, I learned that the rainbow was red, orange, yellow, green, blue, and purple. And sometimes people say, oh, well, purple and violet are the same color. What's this indigo bull? And players will simultaneously pick the thing that I think Joy's hair color from Inside Out was blue. I'll put that down. Everybody does all that. We flip up the card. Hey, look. Wait, there it is. Hey, look, Joy's hair color was blue. Hey, look, I got it right. And there's a point system to where you get a point. If you get it right, you get a point for everyone who got it wrong, essentially. So if everybody gets it right, nobody gets a point. But if, there's 4 teams and you get it right and the other 3 got it wrong, well, you just got 3 points for that. Okay. Also, everybody has this card steal, or color catcher is the type of the card, and you get to steal 8 cards from somebody's hand at random prior to the next card getting flipped out. It's really a catch-up mechanism because you can only do this to the player who is in the lead, and you can't do it if you are the player who's in the lead and stuff like that. And that's mostly the game, and this really is a kid's game. I was able to play it. I brought it to my sister's house, and I played it with my nieces who are 8, 6, and 4 years old. Now, granted, the 4-year-old is mostly going along with, what everybody's doing, the 8 and the 6. I kind of had to play like on her team and kind of remind her, okay, so again, remember this movie, remember the character from that movie, what color do you think it is? Look at the color, put it down. So the box just say ages 8+. So that probably is accurate. The fact that I was able to play with a 6 and 4-year-old is somewhat more of an anomaly than the rule. Mainly because I also tried to show it to my nephew who's 3, who obviously, was just, the cards are just all over the place, and he was just looking at, oh, look, there's Woody, there's Buzz, whoa. And one kind of strange complaint is they have, so when you get your team, right, everybody has a hand of the exact same cards. The backs are different so you can remember, so you don't get them mixed up. So this one has Olaf, this one has Cinderella, what have I got here? Mickey and Buzz Lightyear. So if you're holding your Olaf hand and the card comes up and it says, what are the 3 colors of Olaf? Well, you can just look at the back of your card. Same thing, Buzz Lightyear is on there. I think Cinderella's on there. Like, it came up a couple of times and I was like, well, just don't look at the back of your hand. I don't know, right? The other minor complaint that I have is I do feel like, there's nothing you can really do about it. Well, one is that there are a decent amount of cards that are just one color, which I guess can be kind of lame, But more importantly is there are a lot of time, it's from a lot of different movies, which is good instead of just focusing on Frozen. They bring them Disney classics and everything. But if I flip out a card, I say, Mulan, and somebody says, I've never seen Mulan. What are you going to do? Like, I've never seen Big Hero 6. What are we going to do? Just try and guess? Okay. Outside of those little complaints, my real complaint with the game is that it is mostly a kid's game. Now, it's hard to say that that's a complaint, but the issue is that, like, there are a decent amount of games that I'm like, yeah, it's mostly geared towards kids, but, you can play it with adults, like, you just treat it like a drinking game or whatever, and I think that would be a pretty big stretch for this. Like, I really couldn't see myself playing this with just Wes and Aaron. Like, I can play it with my nieces and nephews, and that's great. I'm glad they love it, and they get it real easily, I explain the rules in 2 minutes. My mom, who's in her 60s, joined in, obviously, when we were playing with the nieces and nephews. It's a great activity for kids. But it kind of stops there. Maybe you were watching this and say, well, duh, Tom, obviously. I wasn't looking this game up so I could play it with all my buddies at the bar. Okay, fine, but just to let you know, because again, there are some games that can be geared towards kids, like a lot of hobby games can be, but you can still play them with your adult friends and turn them into drinking games and have a good time. I just don't think this game would work really well for that. That being said, as a kid's game, it is great. the kids, they really love it. They catch on to it easily. There's a bit of camaraderie almost. Like, if one of my nieces like couldn't really remember, they'll be like, "Oh, come on, you don't remember that movie? Remember this scene when that happened?" So they had a lot of fun, and I'm glad I have it. I'm glad I'm gonna play it with them again. It's a good thing to have in my collection for that reason, but that's specifically the reason why I'm keeping it. Once my nieces and nephews, or if I ever have my own kids, if they all start getting older and off to college type of thing, this is going to the neighbors or something, Well, those are my thoughts on the Disney edition of Color Brain by Baked Potato Games. I'm going to go ahead and put a purchase link in the description box down below if any of what we were talking about here sounds interesting to you. And hey, while you're down there, don't forget to subscribe to our channel so you'll never be bored.